Hey fam, what up? It's a boy and that's welcome back to the YouTube channel. But it's ngithanda ukuxolisa nje for not posting that much. This past few weeks things have been tough. Psychology has been fucked up a lot. I just wanna say please forgive me to my loyal subscribers. I got 11 subscribers. I'm planning on taking these subscribers to the next level, guys. What I wanna say is that again, sorry for not posting that much. We're about to kill. I'm seeing opportunities this week. We're about to make a hella killing. So trading has been tough for the past few weeks. I don't want to lie with you, especially those 2 weeks whereby it was NFP week and CPI week. Those things fucked me up. I don't want to lie. Those weeks fucked me up psychologically. Like, I don't want to lie about it. So then you know what it is. You know what I do best. Let me give you my best of the best. High probability A+ setups, guys. You know what, a 90%. Not 90%. I'm exaggerating. Let me say 85% win rate. It's a boy. You know what he do. You know what he does. Let's go. Firstly, we're dealing with the DXY. So me going to the DXY, all I can see is that okay, the DXY had a consolidation phase on the weekly time frame, which priced move between support and resistance. You know, in those two ways. That's what I see. And nextly, we're gonna go on the daily time frame. Before we can go on the daily time frame, I know that my charts are Makar, but I'll explain to you guys why I placed my things over here. Why my charts is Makar like my Makatar like this. Yeah, shit. So as you guys can see, so now the target that I'm about to reach on the daily time frame, on the weekly time frame, is that I'm waiting for the markets to come to this support zone over here, to come to the support zone, then continue towards the upper side. But let me go on the daily time frame also to show you guys what I've been dealing with, because of, like, guys, I've used two strategies in this now. Firstly, I'm using my support and resistance strategy. Firstly, what's up with the network? Okay, firstly, as I said, I'm going to be using my support and resistance in order to show you guys what I do best, you know. So over here, when it comes to price, I see price broke support and turned support into resistance. So it tested the support and gave us a double top over here. So the market came down after it gave us a bearish engulfing candle pattern, but it was not enough for us to continue towards the downside. So it decided to give us another bearish engulfing candle pattern, which gave us a double top pattern. But as you guys can see, it was also not enough for it to continue towards down with the downside momentum. So I'm gonna go on a 4-hour time frame. Now on a 4-hour time frame, this is where, like, everything tends to be clear for you guys. I'll make things clear for you guys. This is now where I'll make things clear for you guys. But firstly, I want us to go over here. So guys, once you guys see that, I see that the market came from an uptrend coming to a downtrend, you know, gave us a break of structure, gave us lower low and lower highs, you know. So over here, price broke off the structure. Why did the price break off the structure? As you guys can see, it gave us an impulsive move and a correction. Impulsive move, correction. Impulsive move, now a change of character. So this break of structure is because of, like, the market broke off the structure, this previous liquidity over here, so it continued towards the downside and then gave us a correction, an impulsive move, which the impulsive move failed to continue. It's until the sales. So it gave us so the market decided to give us a change of character, which the market decided to go above. And before it can give us a change of character, do you guys see the fair value gap? So yeah, market gave us a fair value gap over here and then continued with the upper side to give us a change of character. Why am I saying this is a change of character? Because of the market decided to break this previous correction move. It broke this previous correction move and created a higher high, which changed character, created a higher high, and then continued with the upper side, continued with the upper movement and gave us a break of structure, and continued again and gave us a break of structure and a retracement, and then continued with a break of structure again over here. Let me place that, the break of structure over there, and continued. It gave us a break of structure over here, template, break of structure, and gave us a change of character again, change of character. Because the market, why am I saying the market gave us a change of character over here? The market didn't continue with buys, it didn't continue with bulls momentum. It changed directions into selling directions. That's why I'm saying it's a change of character. As you guys can see now, over here, Over here, it's a buy side liquidity that you guys can see. We have a buy side liquidity and we have a sell side liquidity, which is the TP profits that I was waiting on. You know, as you guys can see, as price can continue after I gave us a change of character, it came back down, break of structure again over somewhere here, because I think I made a mistake over here. I need to change that. I need to fix that mistake. I need to rectify. Yes sir, I'll make this my change of character. A break of structure, not change of character. There's a change of character. This is a break of structure. Here it's a change of character because the direction, the market changed each direction. There's a that's a change of character. Reason being, the market changed characters and went above, you know. So guys, as the market, let me go back after explaining that. Let me go to my fair value gap. I'm sorry to those who don't understand if I'm a bit too fast. So as I come back to the fair value gap over here, price gave us a previous fair value gap, which NFP week came, NFP spiked up. Those orders, those who traded this entry point were very lucky, guys, to have made a killing. So the market then continued with them buys. So the market continued with them buys. It came back where to gain that liquidity, to gain that its balance, to regain its balance from this FEG. That's what an FEG stands for. FEG stands for an imbalance that is happening in the market. So what will the market do? If there's an imbalance in the market will make sure that it will go and fill that gap and continue with its initial direction. So as you guys can see over here, we have a break of structure. After change of character, we had a break of structure, and then we had another change of character because the market couldn't surpass the buy side liquidity, and then it came back down and gave us a change of character and continued with the sales. But as you guys can see over here, we have an FEG and a break of structure. So what I'm waiting for now, I'm waiting for price to reach this FEG. But guys, this is not an A+ setup that you guys can see over here. This setup, I don't think I don't have that much edge. I don't have edge on it. The edge, I don't wanna lie with you guys. So what? This is what I'm waiting for. This is what I'm waiting for on this. But for an edge, I don't want to call them. For an edge, I don't have an edge over here. So that's why I've placed my stop loss over just this candle just below this candle. That's dead of that FEG, you know, because of like I would have placed my stop loss over here, but no, I don't want to risk that much. The risk is too high for it, so I'm just gonna place it here. Reason being, there's no edge, too much of an edge. So this one gives me a little bit of that edge, which I'm not confident in this edge. So that's it for the DXY. So we're gonna go to gold and continue with the other pairs. Let me go to gold. So with the gold, weekly time frame with the gold, we've been on an uptrend with gold, guys. I don't want to lie with you guys. We've been on an uptrend and we had a consolidation phase that you guys can see on the weekly time frame, and we did a breakout and retested it and went above it. So let me go to the daily time frame to show you guys better what I'm talking about. So you guys can see, since we was in an uptrend, so gold decided to go on a consolidation for a very long time, for very few weeks. Then decided to break the consolidation phase and broke resistance and tried to turn resistance into support, but it failed multiple times because of the fake outs went in below, you know, twice actually. Then before it continued again and gave us a higher before let me see correctly, and it rejected over here. You see, this resistance was a tough resistance for it, so it broke this resistance and turned resistance to support and went up below, but failed again to continue towards the upper side. It came back whereby to the resistance that turned into support over here. Finally, after a few days, it decided to, you know what, let me just spike up, and spiked up to the highest high of all time. I've never seen gold before. I've never seen gold in that high before, bruh. Gold surpassed that high like nobody's business, but gold created a high that I never thought I'd see. So on the daily time frame, what I'm waiting for, and on the daily time frame, on the daily time frame and the H4, I'm waiting for gold to come and retest. I'm waiting for gold to come and retest this support zone and then continue with its initial direction. As you guys can see, this previous resistance is a strong resistance, which is going to turn into support. It's not a support yet. So that's why I'll be saying this week I'll be looking for bearish I'll be looking for bears this week. So let's go to the 15 minutes time frame. So we're in the 15 minutes time frame. Let me just get rid of that. Let me open up my charts. As you guys can see on the 15 minutes time frame now, this is the ICT silver bullet strategy that you guys can see over here. So what I'm waiting for now, I'm waiting for price to either break. I'm waiting for price to either break buy side liquidity and come back to that fair value gap that it would have given us, and then continue with them bullish momentums. That's what I'm waiting for. Or if price decides to break sell side liquidity, then continue retracing in that FEG, because it will give us an imbalance. We are waiting on this imbalance over here, then continue with our sales. These are our targets for now, because of like these are our targets that I say I'll be having confidence in these trades. These are the setups where these are the targets where I'll be having confidence in them. The reason being, as you guys can see at the past, guys, this is my liquidity, sell side liquidities. You know, with this strategy, you don't have to aim far in order for you to reach your targets. Just aim those targets that you see, those nearest targets. I might aim these targets over here, but the price, it might not come and reach these targets. I might aim this target over here, this sell side liquidity over here, that bigger one. Or I might try and aim it there, but I'm not going to swing this. I'm definitely not going to do that. I'm not going to swing that. I'm definitely not going to do that. I'm going to respect the setup. I'm going to go with this plan that I have right here. I'm going to wait for a sell side liquidity to be taken on, then look for an FEG. After finding an FEG or an order block, I'm placing my entries there. I'm placing my orders over there. Or I'm going to wait for the buy side liquidity to be taken out and go to my order blocks of the buy side liquidity, which were created by the markets. For now, there's no setup. So tomorrow I might get a setup around 3 or 4. I might get an entry points around 3, 4, 5, or in the morning. As you know, the markets are opening up at 12, so there might be a movement in the markets. So that's it for gold, USD JPY. Let's go to USD JPY. Now on USD JPY, guys, what I'm waiting for, let's go to the weekly time frame or the daily time frame. As you guys can see on the let me go previously. As you guys can see, this support zone was a strong support zone previously. This support zone was a strong support zone previously. Support was strong previously. So what I'm waiting for price to do this. Already I'm waiting for markets to come here up, come here, maybe double bottom, then continue shoot up towards the upper side, but I'm not sure it's gonna do that. So I'm just gonna monitor the charts, because I do not own the charts. So I'm not gonna lie with you, I did not check this trade last week. As I said, that NFP week, those 2 weeks were fucking hella tough for me. I did not take the trades, as you guys can see, and the trades tapped in. I was busy with gold, and gold showed me flames last 2 weeks. I don't want to lie with you guys, so that's why my psychology was fucked up. So this is what I'm waiting for. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna set a reminder over here, set my reminder to look for buying opportunities. Okay, reminder is set. So let me go to GBP USD. So when it comes to the GBP USD, this was also the trade that I was looking for when I was looking for bearish movements. When I was looking for bearish trades, this is what I was looking at. So we had a fail because price didn't open the orders that I've placed over here. So it continued towards the downside and decided to this support zone was very, very strong for it. Then it continued to shoot up, push, and broke the resistance. As you guys can see, this previous resistance. Now it is trying to support in this resistance. It is trying to support in this resistance, then continue with a buy side just to get this liquidity over here. Then we're done with it. You know, it's just simple. I like to keep my charts simple and clean, guys. But for those, as I said, sometimes on gold, DXY, EURUSD, those pairs, I'm only using 2 strategies on it. Firstly, I'm trying to understand it with support and resistance. After understanding it with support and resistance, I move in with the ICT silver bullet, because of like the ICT silver bullet will give me the correct price action, will tell me exactly what I'm looking at, what I'm looking for in the market. It will give me what I need to know, what I need to do. It will give me exactly what I need to do in the markets when I trade the ICT on the 15 minutes time frame, you know. So I don't think Nasdaq, I have just analyzed it, but as you guys can see what's happening with Nasdaq, I don't trade Nasdaq like that, so I'm just gonna move out, move on. Let's go to the Euro USD. This is the last pair I'm gonna be giving it to you guys. So on the 4-hour time frame, when it comes to the silver bullet strategy, it is mostly comfortable on an H4 time frame. The silver bullet strategy, it's mostly comfortable on an H4 time frame when it comes to Euro USD. That's what I've seen, you know. So let's go to the daily time frame or weekly time frame first before we can understand this. Before I can show you this, let me go to that. As you guys can see, also we was ranging too much up. As you guys can see, range too much. So price decided, you know what, let me break this resistance over here and try to turn it into support, in which it did and retraced towards the upper side. Let me go to the daily time frame. So as you guys can see, in which it did, it broke a resistance and turned it into support. So let's go to the H4 time frame. Now, being on an H4 time frame, Bafetsu, let's go again previously. Did I analyze this? But I'm not sure. So as you guys can see, price was moving in a bullish trend form, in higher highs and higher lows. As price was moving in those two directions. Ah man, this nigga, man. Ah shit. Let me just work. Man. Oh, let me just work. As you guys can see, we had a previous FVG over here. We had a previous FVG in which price respected it and continued with the buy side and continued with its direction towards the upper side, but failed also. I'm sorry guys, I've lost touch with the markets. And continued but failed to give us those higher highs. So it gave us a change of character. This change of character that you guys see, it gave us this change of character and an FVG, but this FVG was not touched. As you guys can see, this FVG was not touched, this imbalance was not touched. So the market continued and came back down. But gave us a bearish engulfing candle pattern. Then it went down, broke off the structure, and it gave us an FVG candle. Do you guys see this FVG candle? It gave us this FVG candle pattern, but it failed to reach the support zone. Then it continued, gave up towards the upper side, back into this FVG zone. Entry point was taken in this zone, you know, before the NFP, because this trade was during NFP week. This trade, I planned this trade like before NFP. I placed this trade, let me say, around before. Oh, I'm Joe. Nah. I place this trade over here. You see this red candle there? I had my trade there. My entry points over there. So this was my target over here. That was my target before NFP. You know. So the market took days. It took its days to come and reach. Finally, NFP week. The day of NFP week. I think it was, when was NFP? NFP was on Friday, ne? So on Friday, the market decided to open my orders in the morning. It decided to open my orders in the morning, then continued and played. Then I thought, I was like, you know what? Because like the fundamentals and the technical analysis told me that the market will continue. And guess what, son? The market continued during NFP week. It didn't spike up first. So it didn't spike up first to hit stop loss. My stop loss was here. I like to place my stop loss just below the candle that started the FVG. You know, that's where I like to place my stop loss. So the market because that's where that's how my edge works. So NFP week, okay, I see profits. I see profits and time profits. As I said, my direction was right. Then the market, for no reason, decided, you know what, let me do this for you. Retraced. I didn't close. I thought it was just gonna come to this FVG again, then continue with its sell. But no, it didn't. It just went up hit my stop loss, cool, as you guys can see to that line over here. It hit my stop loss, cool, just as guys, you know, from a 500 rands account to a 15k, bruh. Seeing a 15k like this in your account, bruh, but it didn't close, bruh. I did not close, I did not screenshot. I thought it was just gonna continue because of, like, you know, the previous NFPs, the market didn't retrace at all. It just went with that direction and ihlale nje kule direction, ihlale nje without giving us this retracement it did give us the previous NFP week. Ihlale nje continued, then TP hit, but for some reason decided, you know what, let me just hit your TP hit and continue with your direction, son. And it continued with my direction. I don't wanna lie, my heart was aching, bruh. Like, this is where, like, my psychology got fucked up the most. This is where my psychology got fucked up the most. From a 500 rands account to seeing such profits, bruh, such amazing profits in your account, bruh. It was something else. You know what? So I had to move on. I had to move on from that trade. I had to move on, you know. So over here, what I see now, when it comes to these future entry points that I see, this future setup, what I see now, what's coming up to this future setup over here is that I see we have a price head and downtrend. I see here that it gave us a change of character, and that change of character, let's look at the origin of the change of character. The origin of the change of character, we see we have an order block over here. You know, this is where most likely where the market will come, to this order block. I don't want to lie with you guys, the market will come 100% on this order block. It will surpass this FEG that you guys see and come just a week, 2 weeks or 2 candles to this order block, then continue with the direction that it imposed, that it wants to continue with. So it will come to this order block, then surpass the FEG. I'll enter more trades on this FEG, then we continue towards with the EURUSD. That's it, guys, from me to you. It's a boy Anati. So I'm gonna be sharing this on my Instagram accounts. I'm gonna post this on my Instagrams. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And thank you for tuning in, and thank you for being patient to my little subscribers, guys. And please don't forget to comment, guys. Comment anything, comment, bruh. Comment what you see. If you see I've made some errors, comment. If you don't like what I did, comment. If you like what I'm doing, comment of it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.